According to researchers at Deutsche Bank, if you're enjoying the privilege of working from home during this pandemic, they believe that you should be taxed more. That's right, in the middle of an economic recession, at a time when people are still losing their jobs, we're not gaining back all the millions of jobs that we lost. Deutsche Bank is actually out there saying that you, average American worker, should have to pay more in taxes. And their argument is absolutely insane. They think that you, person working from home, should have to pay more in taxes now because you're not out there. You're not getting out and about, right? You're not spending money on gas, so you're not paying the gasoline tax. And you gotta make it up by paying some other kind of tax to help the infrastructure and things that we're already as a country not investing in. That's what Deutsche Bank says. Deutsche Bank, by the way, which is one of the many multi-billion-dollar corporations operating in the United States that gets massive tax breaks just for the fact that they have billions of dollars. They've also been popped on plenty of different criminal activities that the DOJ has had to fine them for. Unfortunately, nobody's gone to jail, but they have been fined plenty of times. So we're supposed to take their advice on who should be paying more in taxes. It's interesting that they leveled the blame on the workers, right? The low worker bees. You should be paying more, not the businesses who are now saving more money by downsizing their offices. Because we're seeing that across the country. Oh, we don't have to pay as much rent anymore. Oh, we're not using as many utilities anymore. Our costs are going down across the board because people are working from home. Why didn't they say those people should have to pay more in taxes? Why don't you just straight up say, what if we repeal the taxes for the wealthy? Then we can use that to pay for this infrastructure instead of taxing the people living paycheck to paycheck. This is an absolutely absurd argument that this bank has made. This bank that's already under fire for their relationship with Donald Trump. This bank that has had to turn over some records to investigators who might not be so happy with what we found. But sure, let's take their advice on who should be paying more in taxes. Hopefully, as a result of this pandemic, we move forward with a new modernized workforce. We have learned a lot of things. We have learned that our presence in a physical building surrounded by people who do similar things is not necessary anymore. For some folks, sure, it absolutely is. For a lot of us, nope, turns out it wasn't. We have the software now. We have the capabilities now to chit-chat with somebody all day if we want to, as if they're right next to us, but they could be God knows where on the planet. We have those abilities. Businesses across the country, big and small alike, were first forced to immediately modernize, and they did. They rose to the challenge. It wasn't always pretty. It wasn't always easy, but they did it. And then to turn around and have the audacity like this bank does to say, all right, all these employees now, since you're not driving as much, you're going to have to fork over a little bit more of your income. BS. It's banks like Deutsche Bank that ought to be paying more in taxes, not for any other reason than the fact that they've been getting away with not paying it for far too long.